Hi. I take everything back. By the way, this is a tattoo. It's healing. I take back everything I ever said about Gen Z. Gen Z is the shit, dude. Are you kidding me? The reason that they are hated is and I'm not even hated. The reason why they have mental problems, I'm realizing, and all this stuff, and they don't want to work. It's because they're smart. Why would you want to work for $2 an hour when the guy above you gets $1,000 for laying around and doing nothing? Makes no sense. Don't do it. They're smarter than us. I always thought they were dumber. They're smarter. They shut off. They just don't know how to. Nope, not gonna. Just gonna mentally go in here. Like it's all about the mental, and they know that other generations before them are trying to control the mental. So that's why they have mental problems. I just figured out now. All these Gen Z kids, whatever. Oh, like me. I'm not saying Gen Z, millennial. I gotta move back home. So you get so many mental problems because you just try to go in the other room to get a coffee and you have your headphones on and you got someone waving in your face, your parent, whatever. This is my problem. I go in like, hey, I noticed that you were walking a little loud. Could you keep it down a little? And you're like, I have headphones on, not wanting anything to do with you getting coffee, and you're complaining about the how I'm walking. I'm pretty sure you're just so racist, old, shitty, fuckhead that you can't just let someone get a coffee in peace. I mean, I even with my bosses, same thing. I can't like if I'm walking around just having a good day, someone's got to come in and be like, "Oh, excuse me, we need to talk about that thing that happened 2 weeks ago that you didn't even do. Just can you leave me alone?" You ever realize that the guy who's put he wants to be left alone can never be left alone because it's fucks around him who don't know how to do that, so they need to like interrogate that person. I'm just dealing with. I understand on Gen Z. I'm just saying they obviously are dealing with old, like look at Trump, right? Old, sick, racist fucks. Yeah, you're gonna have mental problems when your boss is a rapist who's getting away with it and getting away with murder and gives himself everything and doesn't get like a fucked up Robin Hood of giving myself and no one else. So I get it. Just I'm so sorry for all the generations, millennial and Gen Z. Really, the generation before us had it so easy. They had 10 kids. They had money to feed them, all this. We can't even afford ourselves. This is shit, dude. I'm making the best out of my situation, but I mean, these older generations really have to step it up. They could make our lives better. Do you ever realize that they could just cut a check for like 5 grand? They just don't want to because taking 5 grand away from their 100,000 would kill them. Think about it. Really think about the people next to you with the houses and the pools. Think about it. Houses, pools, all these people, if they just donated $10,000, they could help that broke ass down the street. They just don't want to. They don't want to. It has nothing to do with survival. It has everything to do with how am I going to be able to afford this little trinket or something for myself. I did this with my own stripper money. I did this. But, oh, I can't buy this. I can't do this. So I'm not going to give this in the future because I might not be able to maybe I have 2 of these, but I know people with like 14 of these. I only have this set, that's a first world problem, only the set. But really, I know people, I only have one ring on this hand. Some people have 5. You like what you like, but seriously, you can give more. Generations before us can definitely give more. And you know what they need to start doing? Not giving a fucking headache all the time to the generation below them. We got it. We got it. You have to deal with us. We got it. Like you have to deal with us being broken, poor, whatever. Imagine how it feels being that person, though. All these generations before us go like, oh, he's broke, he's poor, now he's living in our backyard in a tent. Wow, your life must be shitty watching a guy get rained on in like a tent outside. This homeless guy moved in my backyard and he keeps eating my tomatoes. He's trying to literally not die the next day from like his AIDS that he can't afford the medication for. These people are so fucked. They sit in their ivory towers and then when they see someone knock on the door for a handout, they're like, can you believe that? This broke joke. And it's like, but if they were in that situation, they'd be like, why is no one helping me? You know what I mean? They never put themselves in your shoes. So I'm saying I love all of you, but the generations before us, fuck you. You put a racist, rapist in charge and look at what is happening. Everyone's got mental issues. Everyone's got problems. And you put a guy with more of those things in charge. So this doesn't make any sense, but I get it now. It all like finally came to be. I was like, oh wait, the next generations are actually just getting smarter. They really are. We might think they're dumber. They're not. They're not. They like a Gen Z knows probably how to like fucking code and shit. I can't do that. So props, man. Fuck the generation before us. Even fuck millennials. Millennials are so lame because they try to be like, I'm 33 now, so I'm old and I have to now get a house and a dog and I have to do the things before me. The Gen Z's like, I'm gonna dye my hair pink and get a motorcycle. Like I'm totally about the new wave. Like fuck you, man. Fuck these old fuckers. All right, love you. That's 5 minutes solid. Sweet. I'm done.